Throw your outdated smart speaker directly in the trash. Legacy voice assists are officially dead. We spent 10 long years shouting basic binary commands at tiny plastic cylinders. You asked for the daily weather. You set a standard kitchen timer. You told it to turn off the living room light. Half the time, the rigid system misunderstood your strict voice command entirely. We accepted this terrible latency and low baseline intelligence as normal hardware limits. Those frustrating days are gone forever. The entire paradigm of human voice interaction just fundamentally shifted overnight. We are no longer dealing with simple trigger words and rigid hard-coded software decision trees. We have aggressively entered the radical era of fully autonomous, low-latency neural conversational agents. And think about the recent live public demonstrations from Tier 1 AI tech labs. We are seeing advanced foundation models process raw audio natively in real time. There is no clunky speech-to-text pipeline slowing down the entire processing operation. System actively listens, parses your core intent, and speaks back in under 300 milliseconds. That specific metric is literally faster than the average human reaction time during casual conversation. This is not just a marginal software update to patch minor bugs. This is a complete foundational architectural teardown of how silicon machines process human language. Voice logic interfaces are finally keeping the grand promise they made 20 decades ago. You do not adapt your vocal syntax to the dumb machine anymore. The machine entirely adapts to your natural language, your pauses, and your complex logic seamlessly. Let us break down exactly what changed deep under the hood today. Old voice assistants relied heavily on a brittle three-step processing pipeline architecture. First, a dedicated module translated your audio waveform into raw flat text. Second, a natural language processor searched that text for specific hard-coded developer keywords. Third, a text-to-speech engine synthesized a pre-written canned audio response back to you. This clunky fragmented chain introduced massive latency points and destroyed any conversational nuance. If you used complex sarcasm or contextual history, the rigid script instantly crashed. Legacy architecture was entirely blind to human emotion, pacing, and subtle vocal stress inflection. Hence, the new aggressive generation of voice agents destroys this archaic pipeline completely. Modern multimodal large language models ingest raw audio tokens directly into the core neural network. The central massive model processes the deep semantic meaning and acoustic tone simultaneously. It actively understands your exact vocal pitch, your heavy breathing, and your hesitant conversational pauses. Because the audio input never converts to flat text, the critical emotional data remains perfectly intact. The model then rapidly generates raw output audio tokens directly back to you natively. This native audio in and audio out architecture slashes total processing latency to absolute near zero. It enables true full-duplex communication, where you can easily interrupt the AI agent mid-sentence. If you interrupt violently, the system halts or calculates your new audio input and pivots instantly. This is the exact same dynamic cognitive flow as speaking to a highly competent human expert. This architectural leap unlocks massive capabilities at the local network edge level. We are rapidly moving away from heavy cloud-dependent remote server reliance. Modern specialized neural processing units inside consumer smartphones are becoming incredibly powerful. Apple and Qualcomm are aggressively baking massive AI compute engines directly into their silicon chips. This means your high-speed voice agent processes sensitive local data entirely on your private device. The cloud server is no longer the sole ultimate gatekeeper for high-level AI logic execution. You can converse rapidly with your local agent without an active internet connection, and this edge computing shift guarantees absolute baseline encryption privacy for your personal voice biometrics. It also completely eliminates the terrifying network latency that ruined legacy voice interaction entirely. Imagine walking into a highly busy international airport and asking your local network for gate directions. The edge model accesses your local calendar, parses your secure ticket, and speaks back instantly. It bypasses the congested cellular network completely to deliver mission-critical intelligence fast. The combination of native raw audio tokens and localized edge compute creates the perfect storm. Hardware and software infrastructure layers have finally converged to support continuous human-level dialogue. The primitive dark days of server timeout errors and blank silent stares are definitively over. The real-world, global economic impact of this technology is absolutely staggering right now. Global corporate call centers are currently undergoing a massive and brutal extinction-level event. Why pay human operators when an autonomous voice agent can handle 50,000 complex calls simultaneously? These commercial cognitive agents never get angry. They instantly access encrypted database records, and they never sleep. Enterprise companies are aggressively deploying these systems to handle complex, multi-step technical support routing flawlessly. But the aggressive corporate disruption goes far beyond basic low-tier customer service human replacement. Elite software engineers are currently using these autonomous voice agents for complex live pair programming. You can verbally outline a deep back-end architectural refactoring problem while driving your car. The agent actively listens, asks clarifying technical questions, and pushes raw Git commits instantly. Acts as an active dynamic intellectual collaborator rather than a simple passive audio transcription tool. In the critical medical sector, senior doctors use conversational agents during an active intense surgical operation. The system dynamically queries massive medical records and cross-references vital drug interactions via voice instantly. We are fundamentally outsourcing heavy cognitive friction to brilliant, invisible digital collaborator network. The competitive operational market advantage belongs entirely to those who actively leverage these dynamic agents first. If your enterprise is still building rigid touch voice menu, your modern business is already permanently dead. We are actively standing at the aggressive edge of a massive conversational interface revolution right now. Physical plastic keyboards and wireless mice will soon look as utterly archaic as the rotary telephone dial. Your primary daily method of complex computer interaction will be natural, uninterrupted spoken dialogue. You will dictate complex software backend architecture to an agent while walking fast in the park. You will actively negotiate raw corporate material contracts using an AI lawyer whispering directly in your ear. The historical barrier friction between human cognitive intent and digital machine execution is finally dropping to zero. But you must adapt actively to properly leverage these powerful conversational neural tools today. Start aggressively practicing structural prompt engineering through active vocal syntax immediately. Learn precisely how to verbally structure complex logical commands without relying on a flat visual interface. The lucrative digital future belongs entirely to those who can articulate their high-level vision clearly to machine. This is definitely not theoretical science fiction. This is the aggressive commercial reality deploying to your smartphone right now. At NeonSync AI, we actively curate the absolute cutting-edge frontier of this massive global tech revolution daily. If you found this rapid technical architectural breakdown highly valuable, hit the subscribe button immediately today. We forcefully push through the massive Silicon Valley industry noise to deliver pure actionable technical signal fast. Leave a quick comment below about exactly how you plan to strategically use voice agents in your daily workflow. The competitive digital world is changing at terrifying breakneck computational speed today. Let us collectively build the lucrative tech future together, exactly one rapid, high-octane minute at a time. Stay sharply ahead of the global curve, and I will definitely see you in the very next fast broadcast.